If you brushed your teeth today, go ahead and like this video. When a grown dude gets splashed with water on their back and they go like this. That's gross. Have you guys heard of that dude, Craig Robertson?
So he paid to get beat up and got put in prison for it?
Yeah.
He went down and charged my phone.
Welcome back to the Muddy Roots Podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Ryan here with Bill, Robert, and Gage. If you guys would love to support us, you guys can follow our Instagram and our TikTok. It's at Muddy Roots Podcast. And if you've brushed your teeth today, go ahead and like this video. All right.
We're gonna get like
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no. Let's go ahead and take a cup. So I threw in the notes your guys' icks. You guys have any?
I had a question. So are icks pet peeves? What's the difference between like an ick, pet peeve, or like a red flag?
The way I see icks is like you see something that it just gives you the ew, like the gross. So I have like an example. One of them is when someone drops coins and they chase it on the ground. Come on, dude, at least bend your knees. The worst is when they like pull up their pants and then they start chasing it. That's an ick. So I wrote down a couple of mine that I thought was
Let's hear some of
icky.
yours so that I can think.
One of them was when a grown dude gets splashed with water on their back and they go like this. That's gross. That's gross.
Bro.
He said that's gross.
Ewy.
I'm only thinking of pet peeves.
Really?
This is painting a better
Well,
picture for me. I have a few icks.
When a guy jumps into the water and holds his nose. That is so good. I actually used to do that and you stopped me from doing that when we were younger.
That's funny.
Clapping when the airplane lands.
I do that because it's so moded. I'll try to start it every time. It's like right when we hit, I'm like, yeah, guys. Come on.
How about clapping when the movie ends?
No, I don't do that.
I think that's gross. Biting your metal utensil when you're eating.
Yes, that is disgusting.
That sound is nasty.
Holding the door open too early. or what's worse is when you're holding the door open and they go through the other door. What's even worse is when
That's a fighting situation.
You hold it too early, and then they just like come and they stop right there. Oh, after you. It's like, no fuck.
or what's worse than that is holding the door open and they aren't going through that door. They just like turn and leave. Let's see. Blowing your nose at the dining room table. Ick.
And
That's
any table.
nasty.
Any
Yeah.
table.
That's a red flag.
Blowing your nose and checking your boogers.
No, I do that.
Yeah, I do that.
You do that?
I do that.
I think that's gross too.
I
I'm
have
with
to.
you. I think it's gross.
I have to.
Wearing a hat and tucking in your ears.
That is.
Yeah, that's
Show your ears. Show your ears. Oh, well, I guess it's out.
Yeah, my ears are out.
Wearing a hat and covering your eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I used to do that when I was a kid.
Let's see. Mouth breathers. Gross. Hate them all. And then the last one is obviously answered questions. Like Robert one time, we were mixing one time. And me, Robert, and Raymond were mixing. It was like midnight. And Robert calls this girl up and she answers the phone and he goes, "You awake?" Yes. Or sometimes like I would come home from work and Raymond would be in the living room and he would look at me, he's like, "You home?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm home."
No, you're at my work right now. Yeah, that is motive.
Yeah, those are all pretty good.
Yeah, you guys got any or no?
I'm like, I hate when people play with their feet in public. I don't get that one.
You don't like it when they lock it?
Yeah, when they're like on
that's
this public, because I fly on airplanes a lot and I see people just massaging their feet. I'm like, get away from me, dude.
I'm fine with them doing that out in public. When they're doing that at a mix, especially locking it in and holding. Oh God, so gross. And then
Doing this with your toes, that's crazy.
and then next thing you know, they clap and grab your.
Oh, that's
Who are
nasty.
you mixing with?
Dude, I'm not gonna drop names. I'm not gonna drop names.
The old man. The old man at the office.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, frick. When you're passing cups at a mix and they grab it by the lip.
Oh, yeah.
Never do that.
Oh,
Never
yeah, I
do
hate
that.
that.
Don't be
Never.
that guy.
No.
Damn, yeah, I can't think of any more.
One of mine is when you're eating. So you take a bite of your food and you're chewing, and you grab your drink and you sip it, and then you continue chewing your food. I hate that. That's really gross.
That's
to me.
backwash.
Chew your
for
food.
sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're just, and then after you swallow, you're still chewing your food. That's nasty to me.
Yeah.
And then grown men in jeans and slippers. I hate that.
Flip flops.
Yes.
I do that.
Not slides.
Not
slides.
I do
Flip
slides.
flops.
Yeah. Okay.
That is one of my biggest. I was doing that today with slides. It's,
What about like would you consider people swimming with their socks on? Is that an ick or
People
I
do
guess
that?
so.
who
Yeah.
does that?
like well just like seeing like because there's a couple of people at the pool that we live by. They'll be swimming with their socks on.
That's weird.
That is an ick, yeah, but I've never seen that. Seeing people swim with their shirts on, just fine.
One thing that was like an ick to me was seeing people wear masks while they're driving by themselves in a car.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
the whole COVID thing was crazy. I get it, but they're in a car by themselves with a mask. And I'm like,
With the
who are
windows
you
rolled
running
up?
from? Who are you running from?
Would wet socks be a pet peeve?
That'd be
Yeah,
a pet peeve.
Pet
Yeah.
peeve. Okay. Oh, biting ice cream.
I buy ice cream, yeah.
Like
I
chewing
buy
it.
ice cream.
That's
I hate that.
An ick to me also, it might be more of a pet peeve, but when people, like we call it happy clap, like they clap fast and they keep doing it, so we keep passing our cups and then they're like, can I get like a smaller cup? And I'm like,
yes.
stop clapping. What are you doing?
Half scoop, half scoop.
Hate that one.
Pity parties? Would that
It's
be
a
a
pet peeve.
pet peeve? Hate that though.
Yeah,
I hate that.
too. I'm not very good. Like if people try to do that to me, I'm not very.
Especially if they're like fishing for compliments, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, hate it.
I have this coworker who she does that a lot. And instead of like asking for help, like, oh, I just need help if you can do this for me, whatever, she takes it to the next level and she'll be like, I'm so sorry, I make everything worse. And like,
Oh God, like, grow up, dude.
and it's like, it's fine. Like, don't worry about it. And she's like, okay, you're so awesome. And you're like way better than I am. Icky.
That is disgusting.
Yeah. It's like, bro, just tell me you need help and leave it at that. I'm fine to help, but oh.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry. I always bug you with this. You're doing so well though.
Well, and then the worst thing is that she like tries to get you to engage with her pity. Like,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
like, I'm just like the worst person ever. You know what I mean, right? And I'm like,
yes. yes, I do.
Yeah, I
know
get it.
I feel it
so
now,
crazy.
Mr.
That is
Bro.
gross.
Yeah. So-
I can't stand that. Like
You took
I
the
told you
words
guys
out of my
when
mouth.
like a while ago, dude. That dude we used to hang out with in high school,
Uh-huh.
he's the reason I just can't stand it.
Yeah.
I put up with it for a little bit. I'm like, yeah, dude, no, come on, you're amazing. Nah, hell no, dude.
he took all of it and you have none to give anymore.
Just there, buddy.
I promise you're a pretty boy.
That's rude.
I hope he doesn't watch this and he puts two and two together. That would be bad. I can't think of any more.
Yeah, me neither.
Me neither.
Let's take a cup then.
Let's
do
do it.
Take a cup for Icks.
Have you guys heard of that dude Craig Robertson?
No,
I have.
No.
I have
Oh.
not.
It's a Provo.
That's not the actor, is it?
No.
Oh,
No.
what's
No.
Right up north, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Walk me through it though.
So he lives up in Provo, and he's a super like Trumper MAGA guy, and his like digital footprint, he's been threatening Joe Biden, and he was like saying that like if he had the chance he would kill him. Like,
this
all
is up in
shit.
Provo, right?
Up in Provo, yeah. And then Joe Biden came into town last week, and he posted on Facebook. He said, "Time to dig out the ghillie suit and my sniper." And so the FBI went to his house to like check him out, like make sure he's not gonna do anything. And they issued him a search warrant, and I guess he flashed a gun, and they killed him.
Wow.
That's what the story is on the news. You know, like it could have been different in person, but his neighbors were saying that Craig was just a normal old guy that, yeah, like he was a super big Trump supporter.
How old?
76.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was just an old dude. He was like super into Trump, hated Joe Biden. He would never go out and kill him, like actually. And they thought it was weird that, you know, like the FBI came and just shot him. And then that was it. Like they don't believe that he flashed his gun and was threatening the FBI. But
I have a couple thoughts on that.
I do too.
If that was any other president, like Joe, if it was Trump or if it was Obama or if it was like people who supported him would obviously expect that type of engagement. It's sad that he lost his life, but it's a threat that they need to check out nonetheless. You know what I mean? It's almost like, I don't know if he flashed the gun or not, but you're not supposed to wait, especially for the president. You're not supposed to wait for something to happen.
yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I guess if he flashed a gun, then that's too many things adding up to a real threat.
I guess so, yeah. But he lived, I think it was like 150 miles away from where Donald Trump was. Or
Biden.
Donald Trump,
Biden.
Joe Biden, yeah. Which is like, what, a 2-hour drive?
Yeah.
And his neighbors were saying like he would never make that drive just to go kill him.
I don't know. I'm still like on your wavelength though. Like you still got to check it out just to make sure it's
Yeah,
good.
threat's a threat no matter what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially like you said with the president, like you gotta check it out. So super sad though, and
Yeah. Utah, man. Utah's just fucking up.
How else?
Huh?
How else?
What do you mean?
Oh, you just said they're messing up. I thought you had another example.
Oh, that was
about how
the Muddy Roots canceled thing that I was talking about. That was I was trying to slip that up there.
I didn't get that. That's crazy.
yeah, Utah.
When he said that, I was like, "You want me to say it?"
that is crazy though. And I remember, actually, I don't know. Joe Biden's been getting a lot of hate. Like his
Yeah.
like projections have gone way down and all that. And he was in Park City. And some lady posted on like, "Hey, go check out Biden's in Park City. You guys should all." And the comments were like, "F this guy. This guy has the nothing." Like, just hated him. In
Yeah.
the comments.
Donald Trump, he's gonna run for office like in prison if he ever
And
gets
next year, right?
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
24?
elections like this time next year. I think it's in November.
Yeah, and Donald Trump
Pretty
said,
sure the election's in November.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He's been indicted like how many times though? He's been indicted a bunch.
Yeah.
And they've all fallen through. So it's just like you never know when one's gonna stick.
Dude, he said he was gonna run for office even if he's in prison because he's going through that whole trial thing. Could you imagine having a president that's in prison? Is that even a thing?
Couldn't
Like,
you just pardon yourself? And,
I
If he
guess
won,
so.
there's no way
Yeah.
he'd win, but I bet you
right,
could.
but I mean,
Yeah.
if you just say
Yeah.
you won in prison, couldn't you just say like, "All right,
I would say
I'm
so.
out of
Yeah.
here. Unlock this door now.
I let my friends go too.
Those who got my back, let's roll."
I
Yeah.
would say you could do that. That sounds like a president thing to
Yeah, that
do.
sounds like a very president thing to do. I think a lot of presidents keep themselves out of prison. So.
He's not in prison though, right? He's just.
I think he's going through
I
the
don't think so.
process right
Okay.
now.
Wait, the
I don't
like
even-
trial and stuff,
Yeah.
or okay,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
like
but what's it about? Do you even know?
No, I have no idea.
He's just been indicted by like so many times that I've like lost track.
they just throwing things at the wall, hoping something sticks.
Yeah, which that's one of the conspiracies. I don't know. I'm not very political. I wish I was.
I'm not either.
But yeah, I do know that there's like a conspiracy that every time like Hunter Biden does something, which is Joe Biden's son,
Yeah.
the next day Trump gets indicted with something to just draw the news to something else and get attention off of Hunter. And
Yeah.
Yeah, did
That
you
kind of
guys see
stuff.
the freaking 8-ball or the dime pack that was found? of
Yeah,
Coke
yeah.
in
Yeah.
the White House,
in the White House.
bro.
Wasn't it like on the desk? Like
Oh, it was on the chair. Like someone stood up and it just was sitting out of their pocket. Like, and there was like this whole full-fledged thing about like we need to find out whose this is and what's going on. And then just like that, it was like hey, what are we gonna do? We can't really like the most secure building, the most freaking.
Everyone knew it
survey.
was Hunter Biden though,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it was like a couple days later, they're like on the balcony, and you could just see him like sniffing.
Oh, that was
fucking-
another video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he was up there and he just like it was so obvious, dude. He just turns around and goes,
Dude didn't even try to hide it. He's
No.
just out in the open.
for real. And it wasn't even like a stretch. He just was like and then just looks back at everybody. He's like,
Nonchalant.
dude, are
Try.
you kidding me?
You just see him like this.
Oh, he is invincible.
So no, yeah, that's what because after they did that, they found the coke. Then Trump got indicted for something else, like the next day.
Jeez.
At least try to hide the thing.
Wasn't that a like? So that is a thing though that the government does. Like 9/11, wasn't it? Like that same day we lost a shit ton of money, and so
I don't know.
the conspiracy is like we lost a shit ton of money, but we did 9/11 to cover
Ourselves.
it up. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think part
I've
of that
heard of that actually. Now you say that.
I think part of that conspiracy is like the first plane that hit that floor was like the accounting or something.
Yeah.
And it had all the books and everything that showed what we owed, and that was the
Damn.
first part the department to get.
I don't know. There's a movie series. And this was a while ago. I want to say it's called like Scandal or something like that. It's about the presidents, though, and it's like super dramatic. Obviously, it says that it's made up, but there's like a lot of like you know how Bill Clinton cheated on Hillary when he was in office. There's like some of that stuff in it. So some people believe like this is how politics is when you watch it. But it's super like they kill people that are like talking about stuff that they shouldn't be. It's like it like just feeds into conspiracies that politicians just are corrupt and all that. But that whole movie series just like feeds into that narrative. It's actually super good though. I want to say it's called Scandal. Look, but
Yeah, conspiracies, man, they're becoming more mainstream than they
Yeah.
used to be.
Oh yeah.
And you could say it's an egg too, but there's that one dude, Jesse. He was in Empire. He's an actor.
Yeah.
He staged his own. He got jumped, and he said it was because he was gay, but he staged it, and it was a lot of people that he hired to jump him, and so he got he got tried or something. I forget what the charge was for, but he stood up and he was like, it was like after Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his prison cell. So he stood up and he's like, I'm not suicidal. I will never kill myself. Like, keep this on record. They're going to try to kill me. He's like, bro, you're not that. You're not that guy, man. Like, we're not really worried about that. You just go serve your sentence and come back out. But
Who is this guy?
yeah, bro. Like, dang.
He's in prison right now, right? For whatever
He-
the fuck happened.
He may be still. I don't know if he still is.
That is so crazy.
so wait, but it's not about paying people to jump him.
It's related. It's almost
Yeah.
like, yeah.
So he paid to get beat up and got put in prison for it.
Yeah, because he
Wow.
lied
Yeah.
and he like
He got his ass kicked and now he's in prison. I think it took an LL situation. Yeah.
That's crazy.
yeah, dude.
What are you doing? Put your hands behind your back. I hired them.
Yeah, I don't know what the charge was though.
Oh, son of a gun.
Jeez.
Yeah. Speaking of celebrities going to prison, dude, freaking you guys see about Tory Lanez?
Yeah.
yeah.
What happened to him?
So
I'm so out of it. I don't.
a couple years ago, he him and Meg the Stallion and it was Kylie Jenner in there.
Yeah, I saw her in the video.
They're all in a car and the story was a gun went off and Meg got shot in the foot. Then it came out later that Meg shot herself in the foot. Then it came out after that when she was honest that Tory was shooting them like around them and shot him in the foot. And he's saying what did he say?
They were saying in the comments, they were like, Tory Lanez was shooting at her foot saying, dance, bitch. Oh, dude, cut that out, actually. And just shot her.
But
That's what the comments are saying.
Yeah, the comments.
yeah. But she so they went back and she was like, okay, I need to tell the full story, whatever. So he goes to trial and they're trying him for 15 years in prison. And he was just sentenced to 10.
Dang.
10 years.
Yeah.
Because he wanted her to dance, huh?
But what was it? Yeah, it was like a little bit after there was like texts of like Tory Lanez conversation with Meg Thee Stallion, and he was just apologizing, and that's like pretty much what like fucked him.
Mm-hmm.
Were they like drunk or something?
Oh, I'm sure they're partying. They're probably doing some Hunter Biden stuff too, but
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
you like that one, huh, Republican? I'm just playing. But yeah, they were definitely drinking and partying and stuff, and they were in a car leaving, and I don't know.
Isn't what's his name? Melly? Isn't he?
Yeah.
He's out now, right?
I don't know if he's out, but he should be getting out.
Yeah, he.
YNW
Wait,
Billy?
Yeah.
the Murder
Yeah.
on My Mind guy?
Yeah. Oh,
I like-
good job, dude.
I actually like that song.
That song's good.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like what like fucked him? Was that song? They
Well,
were
he
like,
snitched on himself, right? Like,
Mhm.
that's what they thought, right? That's,
but in a song, you can't use it as evidence
yeah.
because it's just because it could be fictional or whatever.
It could be, but I think that like in New York, you definitely can.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I was watching a documentary. I don't know who was on it, but it's because of this dude. His name's Lil Mabu. He's out, and he's a New York rapper, white kid. He's like in high school, gets good grades. It's really cool. He's like a super smart guy, but he raps. And he said that the NYPD has been combing through his raps to try to indict him in something. And they're saying that it's a thing. Like you can use people's raps against them.
Damn.
So that's
That
probably
sounds
what
like
they
more
were-
like conspiracy type stuff too.
Yeah.
Like as far as like cops using it as like us using conspiracies. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, oh, well, you rapped about this. You rapped about picking up women in your Benz, and it's like, well,
Oh, why'd you do that?
Wait, so Melly was in New York when the whole shit went down.
I don't know
right?
where it happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure where. I'm pretty sure it was like last month that he was like done.
Damn.
They couldn't get anything on him.
Which is crazy because they've been holding him for forever, right?
I think
A
almost like
long
2
time.
months.
Yeah.
No, months? I thought it's been like, because that song
yeah,
came
I
out
thought
like
it was like a year.
2019, 2018.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the trial.
No, yeah, that trial was for forever.
Yeah.
And he was just being held the entire trial.
Yeah.
I saw a video of him walking to his seat just like right before the judge, and all his family was there, and he was like looking at him, he's like, I'm coming home. And
Hey, dude, Melly looks
crazy.
evil though. He looks evil. There was this one where he was like walking to his seat and he was just smiling the whole time. I was like, you killed him, dude. That's him.
You did it.
There's a skit that Key and Peele, you guys know Key and Peele?
Yeah.
They do a skit where like this taller one, he's like investigating the other one, and he's like, hey, all right, bro, we know we got you on this murder. He's like, no, you didn't. And he's like, you rapped about it perfect. And so he's like reading his lyrics. He's like, he just pushes play on the song, and it goes, talks about the murder, and then he pauses and he's like, yeah, you did. He's like, nah, I was in Mexico, bro. And he's like, plays the song again. When I go in, I'm gonna say I'm in Mexico.
that's funny. I haven't seen that one.
No, it's funny actually. But he just kept pushing play because he's just like going through the lyrics. He's like, I'll be in Mexico, and he pauses it and looks at it. He's like, I was just playing. Oh,
Yeah, it's hella funny.
Yeah, comedy genius, dude.
Let's take a cup, dude.
What was Coach Hines? That was his original thing. Did you guys ever watch that?
Yeah,
Coach Hines. This
Yeah.
is when we were like in high school, even a little bit before that.
yeah,
There's
that
some
one was
funny
funny.
skits.
What's Coach Hines?
He's like a PE teacher or a something coach, and he talks to his boys about like they say juicing like for steroids, and he's like someone's been juicing in this house, and there's this big old dude and it's like his star guy, and he's like, it's me, coach, I've been juicing. And he's like, son of a bitch, Yamanashi, and he points at like the skinny Asian. He's like, you're suspended. He's like, but coach, I'm juicing. It's just funny. He's funny.
They do like a paintball skit. There's like some funny. Coach Hines is comedy, dude.
Yeah, damn it, Yamanashi.
Yeah, Yamanashi. And he used to wear like, this is before like short shorts were a thing. And he used to wear those super tight or high shorts, long socks. And he'd do this weird kick thing. You go, Yamanashi.
Yeah. Bro, the way that he talks is funny.
Then I gotta go watch it.
Yamanashi's the guy
Yamanashi's
in
just
that
a funny name.
He's the guy on the podcast with the redhead, and the Chinese dude, the Asian guy. That's
Bobby
him.
Lee?
Bobby Lee. There you go.
Oh!
It's with Bobby Lee. Yeah.
Bobby Lee's funny as
He's
fuck.
funny.
That the redhead dude's funny as hell too.
He is pretty funny.
I'm Bobby Mumba.
I'm Bobby Mata.
Hella random, but have you guys heard of the Chinese Airlines time loop? Oh, it's weird. So there's a video out, and there's this guy on the airplane, and he's yelling. He's like, "Get me off this! This is the 6th time we've taken off. Like every single time we've died. You guys are all like gonna be just like the Malaysian Airlines." He was freaking out, and everyone was like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "We take off, we fly for a little bit. Something's wrong with the engine. It blows up. We all die. That's what happens." And he said it's happened 5 times. This is the 6th time, and he's tired of it. And he was like yelling at the passengers, and he's like, you guys know what's going on. You guys are just sitting here and taking it like it's just a dream. He's like, no, it's real. And then they end up canceling the flight and letting everyone off.
So he broke the loop?
Supposedly. But it's weird though, because it's like, there's something wrong with airlines, because there's that video of the girl, and she's like, that motherfucker.
I'm telling you right now. That's funny video.
Something wrong with airlines these days. But he was saying, he's like, that's what happened in the Malaysian airlines. Like they flew and now they're just stuck in that time loop.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and that's why we don't see him again.
Wait, what? There's a plane that never came down?
Yeah, the Malaysian Airlines MH3 something took off.
The one that
we
went
don't
missing,
know.
yeah?
Yeah, we don't know where it's at now. Yeah.
What the heck?
And I might be wrong, don't quote me, but there's like a little like beacon on the airlines. Like if it lands in the water, it'll send out like a signal of like where it was last, and it works like 100% of the time. And for the Malaysian Airlines,
So 99% of the time.
yeah, I guess now,
0.9.
yeah, I guess now we can't find that transponder, and it's just been missing.
Well, there's another movie, like a documentary of a plane that goes through a time loop.
Yeah.
And comes out 10 years later.
Yeah,
What
dude,
is-
that
What movie was it?
it's a TV show.
But
TV series.
It's good.
But there was really one that did that, and it was like, it wasn't 10 years. It was like 6 or 7 years or something.
What?
I want to say there was really one that I'll look it up right now. Actually,
No
but
way.
Yeah, but that show is really interesting.
It is. It's a good one. You seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Because there's 2 kids, like the main characters they're twins. One of them goes on the other plane, one of them goes on another plane.
Mm-hmm.
So when the little boy gets back, the sister's like old, and they're twins. Or twins or
yeah.
siblings. I think it's twins, right?
I think
I
so.
wanna say that I've like heard about it,
It's called
or
never
at
mind.
least like seen like films on
Yeah,
social media.
The first season came out a long time ago, and then they stopped it.
Yeah.
And then just recently, like a year or 2 ago, they came out with.
Well, they
the next
petitioned
season.
for it to come back.
Yeah, because it was so good.
Yeah,
But
and the rest of it's trash.
Yeah, it's a good story. It's interesting.
Manifest is what it's called.
Manifest. And they
Yeah.
have powers.
Yeah,
The one to come
What?
back. Well,
Oh,
they not
yeah.
powers, like not fire and stuff, but like
Yeah.
they can like they feel like they hear voices.
they're
Yeah,
all
they-
like
and
connected.
they connect.
And
yeah.
and they have like you said, like the voice to that's on. It tells them to do things on a mission so that they can get on the right path of something. They started to tie it in with some biblical things, and I thought that was pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't finish it.
I didn't either.
But I remember the first day they get back, they all heard the voice like "go back" or something.
Mm-hmm.
So then they like the whole plane shows back up at the airport, and they're all just standing there like, "What the heck? Like, why are you guys all here?"
It's called Manifest.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out.
The pilot becomes pretty crazy because what was it? A black storm or something that they drove through. Black lightning. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
That's what they drove through and then came out 7 years later or whatever. Remember, he stole a plane and tried to go back through black lightning. You guys remember that part?
I don't.
The pilot became crazy.
Oh,
He
yeah.
stole a plane with the religious lady. Wasn't she religious or was she a college
I don't remember who.
professor?
I think it was just with the sister, right?
I can't remember. The pilot stole somebody though, and then stole a plane and started going because he knew that there's black lightning, and yeah, the Air Force had to come over and blow his plane up.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
It was actually like, yeah, he went crazy because everyone started calling him like the pilot who lost the plane, and they all started like conspiracies that like the people were saying like, pilot, you took them somewhere else, like you're lying to everybody, type deal.
The ties that they had to the Bible and stuff were what they were flying over the ocean, and where they were flying over was where Noah's Ark was sunk at the bottom. And they took a piece of the ship, and the voices and stuff were basically getting them to return it back to the ocean. It was something like
Wow.
that. I thought it was a cool little tie.
Hey,
Yeah.
so they went to the bottom of the ocean or no?
They just push it off the ship. It doesn't show them retrieving it. It just shows them piecing it together and realizing that's the location of where Noah's Ark was. Something like that. Yeah, it was a cool little twist.
Yeah, I didn't finish it.
I didn't either. I think I got like 6 episodes in, and then I was done.
But it was like, it's sad because the dude, so the reason the family split is because mom and sister hopped on one plane and they were like, hey, if anyone, we overbooked, if some people want to go to another plane, like it'll be open free of charge. Or no, and they were going to give you money or something, like a voucher. So the dad and the son did. They jumped the other plane. So the other half of the family made it fine. The other half, 10 years late or whatever it was. I think it's 10 years.
Dude, it's sad. I would be destroyed coming back and like my girlfriend's moved on. You know, it's been so
Yes.
long, and then your kids just like thought you were dead the whole time. You come back 10 years later, like they already have a different like father figure.
That
you
is
know,
crazy.
And what, grandma was dead.
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Because I think it's like 7 years or something. A lot can happen in that time.
Yeah.
His daughter was like a grown teenager. And when they left, she was just like a little 10-year-old girl.
Yeah. It's a mind fuck.
But like you said, with like things like tying into like biblical terms, have you guys seen that? I forgot what it's called. There's a desert. It was dry for the longest time, and it's starting to get like what you call
Water?
like water flow and everything. Like it just came out of nowhere. Everybody was saying that it was like it like tied into what it said in the Bible, and I don't even know what it said in the Bible, but as soon as they said that, they showed a picture. There's a video of like a big ass stream into this desert, and this shit was like actually pretty cool.
Damn.
Have you seen that?
No. I'm gonna look into it though.
I have to pull it up, but I saw it like last week.
I've seen that there was like a river out in wherever the fuck, and it was like getting super low, and they were starting to show like hieroglyphs and like random symbols, like super.
Yeah, see,
deep
I
in
think
the-
those things are. I think
in the
those are
river.
actually pretty tight.
Yeah,
It's from the lizard people.
it's the end of the world.
Just
God.
kidding.
Last night we were talking about lizard people, and have you seen the video of who was it, Obama or something? His security guard looked like a lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about that. And aliens.
Yeah.
I'm not
actually
gonna go into the aliens
Yeah,
part.
I'm actually not a big like lizard guy. Like I don't think they're real, but it's funny.
Yeah, the aliens. One of the stories we were talking about with the aliens. Have you seen it's a Brazil documentary of when aliens touched down?
No.
Joe Rogan talks about it on his podcast with, I think it was James Fox, which not to get confused with Jamie Foxx, because I did. Yeah.
Thanks for the clarification.
No, I thought it was I thought Jamie Foxx directed the documentary, but it's James. I guess like that day, a bunch of people were like being checked into the hospital, and they're having like unknown like diseases that they've never seen before. And there's just like a widespread of people that have the same memory of like aliens touching down. There was a policeman that saw a hurt alien, picked it up, and he just was slowly dying from the toxins on his body, like because it was just new to Earth. And like his sister, his family, they all vouch for it. Like 10 years later, they have like the same story. Like, yeah, like the aliens came down. Medical records of people coming in with unknown diseases, and they're just having to fight it off by themselves. It's some crazy shit. Yeah, and they're saying that that's like what happened in Brazil is most likely real. Like they have medical records, fucking dispatched like people from their army to go and see what's going on. Like a bunch of deaths. It's crazy.
And you said
It's crazy.
this was a sighting in Brazil.
Yeah,
Or
it
this
happened in Brazil.
happened in Brazil.
Yeah.
Do you know when that was? Just recently, right?
No, I think the documentary came out a while ago.
Yeah, I thought it was a while ago. Like
Oh
10
no,
years.
like the sightings. So everything happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, this whole time when you guys were talking about it, I thought it was like the shit that happened like almost a month ago. Like so it was like there's footage of like I want to say it was in Brazil. There's footage of like the ocean, everything was cloudy and then just circled dots on the top, and it was just like lights or whatever. I thought that's what you guys were talking about. I'll pull up a picture and I'll show you guys. But there was it's freaking stupid. There's this guy that we used to, or that I mix with, and he's talking about like he saw a UFO, right? He saw a UFO in Ivans, and this particular dude is notorious for good stories, and so he was just saying all this and that, and I sat there and I was kind of egging it on, like I was just. I sat there and he goes, "Yeah, man, we saw a UFO at Ivans." And I was like, "Oh, shit, for real?" Yeah, I pull up my phone. I was like, "Oh, yeah, what happened?" The alien come down and charged my phone. Like that type of shit, right? That type of shit. So I didn't look at it. So I thought it was just some bullshit. Fast forward to Thursday. I was mixing with another dude. And I looked at him and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna ask you because I believe you more. It's like, did you and this person see a UFO in Ivans, Utah?" And he was just like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" In my head, I was like, "Not you too." And I was like, "For real?" And he goes, "Yeah." Like it was like the way he said it. He goes, "It was like 50 lights." And I was like, "Did you fucking count them all?" I was like, "Now I know you lied." Pulls up this picture. And it looks just like this.
Dude.
The string of lights, yeah.
Yeah, it looks just like that. And it had the KSL thing, and it said in Ivans, all that shit. And then I guess they're trying to like cover it up. And this whole time I was like, dude, I thought he was just fucking around. Cause this dude, like any book that you talk about, is like, "Oh yeah, I read that book. Oh yeah, I read this book. What's it about? Oh, just read it and you'll find out." Like shit like that. And so I was like, dude, this whole time I thought he was just fucking around. And he was just like, "No, yeah, there was like 50 lights." And I was like, "First, you said 50 lights this way, 50 lights this way."
Dude.
And I was so
Yeah,
fucking
when I saw the
confused.
picture, I was like, ugh, I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah.
There is some reason for it, though. And I can't remember what it was, and so I need to look it up. But I saw the same lights in my house.
So
Yeah.
you saw it too?
Yeah, I saw it too.
Wow.
But like, and it was a little weird to me. But then I hopped on, like, it was in St. George Word of Mouth or something like that. Like, it was in one of the Facebook group chats, and then people were commenting like, "Oh, that's this." Like, I can't remember if it was like satellites or something, but it made sense. But who knows? It could also be a cover up.
Yeah, that's the dude that we were mixing with on Thursday said that KSL, I want to say it was KSL, something with a K. They were trying to cover it up. Like it was a UFO sighting, and they said it was like, or the caption said it was like something else. But he was like, he highly believes that it was aliens. And I was like, "Oh, so did it charge your phone too?" He goes, "No, my phone died." I was like, "Oh, fuck, that sucked."
Aliens are real, dude.
Aliens are a big thing right now.
They're in the U.S.
Well, it's because the government released some stuff like they're real.
Yeah.
Which that's another one of those things that they're like, "Oh, what are you hiding on the back end of it?"
It's got to be something big if they're going to tell us that aliens are real.
Yeah.
It's weird because they're like, aliens are real, and then all of a sudden we're getting alien footage. Like, have you guys seen the one with like the F-22 was chasing alien aircraft? It was like shortly after that dude came out with after the congressional hearing, after he was like, "Yeah, alien or UFOs are real." It was like shortly after that they posted the video of an F-22 chasing down a UFO.
Damn.
But it's like always in the U.S., nowhere else.
This is different. We're built different.
I don't know. It's weird.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's do it.
All right, fellas and ladies, thank you for joining us. Again, we're the Muddy Roots Podcast. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, everything. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a subscribe.
And brush your teeth.
And brush your teeth.